Both of these two teams at the top. They are the team in form at the moment in La Liga, and they've gone into the top spot. So at the back, Robin Lenormand and Noel Molina, they drop to the bench, and in comes Jose Jimenez and Marcos Llorente. Up front, Sasha Sorloth is replaced by Julian Alvarez, who came off the bench at the weekend to score the winner in that fixture. So the lineups are thus, first of all, the home team, Real Madrid. So in goal is Thibaut Courtois. Back four from left to right, Mendy, Rudiger, Asensio and Valverde. A midfield trio of Camavinga, Tchouaméni and Diaz. And that frightening front three of Vinicius Junior, Kylian Mbappe and Rodrigo. For Diego Simeone's men then, Oblak in goal. Back four from left to right, Gallen, Longley, Jimenez and Llorente. The midfield four of Lino, De Paul, Barrios and Simeone, who is the manager's son, of course. The number 22, Giuliano Simeone, and up front, Antoine Griezmann and Julian Alvarez. On the benches, first of all, for Real, they've named just the 8 on the bench compared to 11 for Atletico. So it's Alaba, Endrick, Fran, the goalkeeper, Garcia, Euler, Lucas, Lunin and Luka Modric. And for Atletico, Correa, Conor Gallagher, of course, who'd be familiar to Premier League followers, ex-Chelsea, of course, Gomes, Lemar, Lenormand, Mandava, Molina, Musso, Riquelme, Sorloth, the Norwegian, and Witsel, Axel Witsel, the Belgian. It's pretty tight at the moment at the top of La Liga then. After the weekend, Barcelona leading the way now, 57 points. Atletico on 56, Real on 54. It's tight at the top, it really is. Just to mention also, you may have been wondering when I gave the lineups, where's Jude Bellingham? Jude Bellingham, of course, is suspended for this game as he was at the weekend following a sending off in La Liga. So both teams are in their usual home strips. Real, Los Blancos in the all-white, of course. Atletico in the red and white striped shirt. Playing for the right to play the winners of PSV Eindhoven versus Arsenal, which is taking place at the same time as this one. We'll keep you up to date with how that one gets on, or how that one is getting on, as well as Dortmund v Lille, which also kicks off at 8 o'clock. Good news for Premier League followers. Aston Villa with a victory at Club Brugge in the early tea time kickoff, 3-1 away to Club Brugge in Belgium, and they look well placed for a quarter-final place. They would play the winners of the Paris Saint-Germain-Liverpool fixture, which is part of the Champions League games tomorrow. Our referee for this evening is Clement Turpin, the French referee, and this will be, believe it or not, the 239th edition of the Madrid derby, and the stats are heavily weighted in favour of Real Madrid. No surprise to hear that, really. They've won 116, 63 draws and 59 victories for Atletico. They've already played home and away this season in La Liga, and again, it comes back to the tightness. It really does. 1-1 the scoreline in both of those fixtures, and there is, of course, the possibility that these two teams will play in the Copa del Rey final as well. Atletico Madrid drew 4-4 in an incredible game last week in Barcelona in the Olympic Stadium. 4-4 draw there. They were 2-0 up in that game. They were 4-2 down in that game. Came back to draw 4-4. And Real have won the first against Athletic Bilbao. They won the first leg of theirs away from home at Goldson, so they're certainly well placed. So it could be another meeting after these two in the Champions League. So Real Madrid are going to get us underway in the usual home strip, the all-white, playing from left to right in the first half. Atletico in their usual home strip as well, the red and white striped shirts, the blue shorts and the red socks. And 2 legs, and away we go. Atletico go all the way back to the goalkeeper, Thibaut Courtois. Courtois just plays it out low towards Asensio, brings his ball forward towards the halfway line, plays it over the halfway line because coming deep there is Rodrigo out towards this right-hand touchline, back in field again, and Tchouaméni just to the right-hand side of the centre circle, spread out towards that left-hand side to Mendy, just over the halfway line for Real Madrid back inside the centre circle now with Tchouaméni going, goes square to his right hand side, out towards this near side now. Valverde down the line, he's continued his running, wants the ball back off Rodrigo, and he gets the ball back as well and takes it well in his stride. Goes back in field towards the Brazilian, but the ball is slightly behind him, and Atletico can bring it away through Antoine Griezmann back towards the edge of his own penalty area. Then that's near side, Galán just cuts in field slightly, and then left-footed low back to the edge of his own penalty area. Longland just to the left of the D. Long ball forward down that right-hand side. One for Alvarez to chase. It's going to be tidied up, though, by Rudiger. Back to the goalkeeper. One touch to take it towards his right-hand side, and then kicks long right-footed. Not a particularly good one. It's chested down nicely by Griezmann, and Atletico pick up possession again down this near side. It's back with Griezmann once more, enjoying his second spell, of course, at Atletico Madrid. In between those two stints, of course, went off to the new camp. It's Barcelona over the halfway line, and he's busy as a bee. Is Griezmann. Down goes the Atletico player over on the far side, wanting a free kick. He's going to get the free kick, and it's the number 5, De Paul, who's gone down. It will be a free kick to Atletico Madrid on the halfway line, just a few yards in field from that right-hand touchline, which they've already taken and played it back inside their own half. Here's Jimenez, ball over the halfway line with a little bit of place to Simeone over on the far side, down the line towards Alvarez. Alvarez plays it back down the line, and it's going to dribble out of play. Got it all wrong there, the Argentinian. It does indeed go out of play. And it will be a throw in to Real Madrid on the halfway line, over on the far side, down their left-hand side, which they've already taken. Here's Rudiger, just outside the centre circle, inside his own half. Comes up to Valverde down this near side. Valverde closed down quickly by Lino. Has to go back to Asensio. Asensio is now in the centre circle for Real. Goes out to Valverde on his right-hand side again. Brings it over the halfway line and then plays it out towards this near touchline. And Rodrigo immediately closed down by 2 Atletico players, one of which was Lino. Goes back towards the halfway line, and then there's a loop ball long diagonally over towards that far side, looking for Vinicius Junior. It's not going to find Vinicius Junior. That was going to sail over his head and go out of play, and it'll be a throw in to Atletico Madrid midway inside their own half, down their right side. They've gone all the way back to the goalkeeper, Oblak, who kicks first time, bounces just outside the centre circle, and then controlled nicely by Mendy. And now it goes back to Asensio. Asensio's under a little bit of pressure, goes back to the goalkeeper, Thibaut Courtois. Courtois low in all light blue this evening, the ex-Chelsea goalkeeper, out to Asensio. Asensio square to Antonio Rudiger. Rudiger first time, ball forward towards Diaz. Just held up on the halfway line for Real. Now it's inside the centre circle with Tchouaméni. Sweeps it out towards this near side, just on the halfway line with Valverde. There's that ball down the right-hand side, looking for the runner, Rodrigo. He's got real pace. Rodrigo's inside the penalty area. Ball is left foot. There's the shot. Brilliant goal. What an opener for Real Madrid. Rodrigo cut in from that right-hand side, inside the penalty area, left-footed, curling away from the goalkeeper. And Real Madrid have first blood here in the Madrid derby in this first leg of this last 16 tie in the Champions League. We've not even played 4 minutes. It's Real Madrid 1, Atletico Madrid 0. And the goal from the Brazilian Rodrigo. And what a brilliant goal it was as well. Brilliant pass by Valverde. He just said, have you got the pace? And he did have the pace. He outran Galán. A couple of touches to take him inside the penalty area to get it on his left foot, his favoured left foot. And then the curler around the defender, beyond the goalkeeper, into the corner, tucked it in beautifully. And what a start this is for Real Madrid. Atletico pretty much with all of the possession inside the first few minutes. But when you've got the quality that Real Madrid have going forward with Vinicius Junior and Mbappe, Rodrigo. Vinicius Junior and Mbappe haven't even touched the ball yet, either of them. Well, Rodrigo has, and Rodrigo has scored for the reigning Champions League winners, Real Madrid, 15 times champions. They're in front here against their local rivals, Atletico Madrid. And Atletico, well, that will be a real stab in the heart for them, really. It was. They've started well here. Controlled the game early on. Ball out of defence from Real Madrid is not particularly good, but they have picked up possession midway inside their own half, back towards Ferland Mendy, and Mendy goes back to the goalkeeper. Now it's out towards Rudiger. Rudiger can bring this ball forward under no pressure whatsoever for Real Madrid. And swept out towards that far side again for Camavinga. Back in field to Diaz. Diaz goes back to Rudiger. Rudiger's midway inside the Real half. He's going to go long again, out towards the Danger man again. Rodrigo takes it beautifully in stride. Inside his penalty. It goes down. Is that going to be a penalty? He wants the penalty. And he's told to get to his feet, Rodrigo. He went down in a heap inside that penalty area. That long ball forward, swept forward diagonally towards Rodrigo. He took it beautifully in stride. One touch to take him inside the penalty. Just got ahead of the defender. And looking at a replay, he just stumbles, I think. He just stumbles. He gets ahead of Gallen, who's having an awful time in that left-back position for Atletico Madrid against the pace of the Brazilian. Rodrigo has been caught out once, resulting in that goal. But on that occasion, I think the referee's got that absolutely right. There's no question that VAR would have checked it anyway. And a goal kick for Atletico Madrid. But you can see the pace that they have. We're only talking about Rodrigo. And let's not forget about Kylian Mbappe, one of the fastest players in the world, as well as this man, Vinicius Junior, who's on the ball over on the far side now. He loses possession, though, and he's conceded a free kick, actually, as he pulls the shirt of Llorente. And it'll be a free kick to Atletico Madrid in their right-back position. 7 minutes played here at the Bernabeu. Real Madrid 1, Atletico Madrid 0. Ball swept out towards this near side for the aforementioned Gallen. He needs to get a grip, doesn't he? He tries to go round Rodrigo, and in the end, actually, he's got himself a free kick. The brilliant Brazilian nearly stole the ball off him there. So just to confirm from earlier then, Club Brugge 1, Aston Villa 3. Really, really good result for Unai Emery's men. They took an early lead in that one. After just 2 or 3 minutes, they were in front through Leon Bailey. Villa cruising at that stage, but then Club Brugge with the equaliser, Maxim de Kuiper, one apiece at half-time, and then 2 late goals, an own goal from Brandon Michel, and then Marco Asensie came off the bench to dispatch a penalty with a couple of minutes left. They will be big, big favourites now to go into that quarter-final lineup and play either Paris Saint-Germain or Liverpool. That's the big, big one that's on tomorrow night. The big, big one that's on tonight is here at the Bernabeu, the Madrid derby. Real Madrid 1, Atletico Madrid 0. It's Atletico with Longman on the halfway line to the left of the centre circle. Looks out towards this near side. Gallen's made the run forward, but they decided to go down the centre. Deep has come Antoine Griezmann, as you'd expect from him. And Griezmann with a lovely touch as well. It's forward towards Alvarez. Alvarez lays it off and back towards Barrios. Out towards that inside right position. Back inside the centre circle now with Barrios again. Griezmann again lays it off. Neat football by Atletico. Then the ball swept out high towards this near side and just about kept in by Gallen. Had to jump up and control with his chest. Did well. He's continued to hug that touchline down this near side. It comes infield to Lino. There's the cross left foot. Is a decent delivery as well from that left-hand side. It's headed out of play and it will be a corner. The first of the evening for Atletico Madrid. And Real are just quite happy to allow Atletico to have the ball because they know they can pick them off on the break. And we've already seen that with Rodrigo, and we're likely to see it as well with Kylian Mbappe and Vinicius Junior. So it'll be Griezmann to take this corner from this near side. Looks like he's going to go for the short one. Indeed, he does. Back towards the edge of the penalty. It's clipped in towards that far post. It's a lovely delivery as well. Headed across the edge of the 6-yard area. And Real can get it clear, unconvincingly clear. Alvarez picks it up. If he can control it, he can't control it. And here we go. Real Madrid on the break. And Mbappe has made his way up to the right-hand side. This time, if they can release it to him, they can't because Atletico have brought down Brahim Diaz. Diaz just on outside the centre circle. It'll be a free kick to Real as they try to break there. It was looking at a replay of that. Originally, Brahim Diaz did have the shirt of the Atletico man, but the game continued, and then the shirt was pulled on Brahim Diaz. A free kick taken by Atletico Madrid, by Real Madrid. Tchouameni just outside the centre circle, goes square out towards this near side. And the Real Madrid captain, Federico Valverde. Mbappe just outside the D. Can he control it? Mbappe, no, he can't. He runs into trouble. Atletico get it clear. Looped out towards this near side, and Griezmann picks it up. Griezmann's all on his own down this near side. What can he do? He loops one forward towards Julian Alvarez, but there's the header clear from Rudiger, and a lovely header by Camavinga out towards that left-hand side, and Mendy just shy of the halfway line, decides to leave it for Vinicius Junior to come deep over on that far side. Now it's inside the centre circle again with Tchouameni. Low ball right-footed out towards this right-hand touchline. Here's the goal scorer, Rodrigo. Is he going to take on Gallen again down this near side? He just holds it up in the end. and it goes back towards Valverde. Long ball forward is cleared, headed out towards this near side, and De Paul can bring this one clear for Atletico, but they go back towards the edge of their own penalty area in the end. Here's Longley, the Frenchman, plays it out towards De Paul. Now it's back towards the right-hand side, the right-hand corner of the penalty area, and Jimenez finds Llorente towards his right-hand side. Back to Jimenez again now, just on the edge of his own penalty area. Goes square to Longley. Longley can bring this ball forward now for Atletico Madrid towards the halfway line. Over the halfway line it goes. Alvarez is deep and lays it off out towards the near side, and then there's a touch too many in the end, or a strong touch, slightly too strong in the end, from De Paul, which goes out of play over on the far side. So it'll be a throw-in to Real Madrid on the halfway line. And still goalless in the other two games, by the way. Dortmund against Lille and PSV against Arsenal. Winners of that PSV Arsenal game will play the winners of this one. Tough ask really, isn't it? Whoever goes through for Arsenal, if they do get through. Looks like we could well have one English team in that quarter-final draw with that good result for Aston Villa earlier. Liverpool, of course, have got a tough one. They're in great form, Liverpool, of course, but they've got a really tough two-legger against Paris Saint-Germain. First leg tomorrow. It's going to be a free kick here for Real Madrid. 12 minutes played here at the Bernabeu. Real Madrid 1, Atletico Madrid 0. They've just taken a short one over on the far side. The free kick midway inside the Atletico half. Vinicius Junior over on the far side goes for the 1-2 brilliantly. He's inside the penalty area. Ball on his right foot, gets the shot in. It's hit Jimenez, who did really well, stuck out a leg, blocked it, cleared out towards the far side. And the ball has gone out of play, but that will be an Atletico Madrid throw in their right back position. But Vinicius Junior, what a lovely 1-2 that was between himself and Diaz over on the far side. Real have the ball back deep inside the Atletico half, although they've gone back towards the halfway line, and it's with Rudiger over on the far side. Plays it back inside his own half, and the only Real Madrid player bar the goalkeeper inside that Real Madrid half is Asensio. Asensio goes square to Valverde down this near side again. He looks for that ball down the line to Rodrigo. Lovely little bit of skill between himself and Mbappe. He's continued his run in field, but he's just crowded out in the end by Atletico players. And the visitors can bring this ball clear. It's with De Paul. A little bit of space now on the far side. He brings over the halfway line with Barrios. Barrios just holds it up there, looks towards his far side, looks towards the far side. And Atletico enjoying plenty of possession inside this first 15 minutes. But Real Madrid have set their stall out early on. They're quite happy to soak up this pressure and then catch them on the break. Here's Gallen down this near side. Really poor ball in field, though. Only finds a white shirt in the form of Tchouaméni, and Real have it back. They go back towards the edge of their own 18-yard line with Rudiger. Ball towards the halfway line, and touch a little bit heavy this time from Vinicius Junior. Allows Real Atletico to clear, but Real pick up the pieces again. And Mbappe out towards the near side. Midway inside the Atletico half with Rodrigo. Rodrigo cuts in field again, pokes it back towards Camavinga. 1-2 between himself and Tchouaméni. Again, it's Rodrigo coming inside now. He's worked his way over towards that far side, actually. Vinicius Junior hugging the touchline. And Rodrigo happy to swap flanks for a moment. Real go back to the halfway line, inside the centre circle again with Asensio. 1-2 between himself and Camavinga. And then the space now out towards this near side is for the number 8, Valverde. Valverde thought about continuing a run down the line, but decides to go back towards the halfway line. Swept out towards the far side. Vinicius Junior now controls it beautifully. Level with the edge of the Atletico penalty. Ball on his right foot. There's the cross. It's not a great one. It sails into the arms of Jan Oblak, the Atletico Madrid goalkeeper. Quarter of an hour played here at the Bernabeu. Real Madrid 1, Atletico Madrid 0. The goal inside the first 4 minutes from Rodrigo is Jimenez, midway inside the Atletico half. Well, the early stats are telling me that Real have had more possession. Doesn't feel like that, to be fair. That's a loose one there forward by Barrios, which is going to go all the way through for a goal kick to Atletico Madrid. Atletico with a narrow victory at the weekend. Julian Alvarez coming off the bench in that one to get the winner against Athletic Bilbao 1-0. They've got Getafe at the weekend before the second leg here next week, Wednesday night, 8 o'clock. They go to Getafe for Real Madrid. They had that disappointing defeat, of course, at the weekend to Real Betis. They're at home to Real Vallecano at the weekend before the follow-up. Next Wednesday, ball forward towards the edge of the penalty area for Real is cut out and cleared by Atletico Madrid. Nice touch as well, this time by Lino out towards that far side. It's good possession from Atletico, even if they are still inside their own half. There's the ball for Griezmann to chase over on the far side. Alvarez to chase over on the far side. He does. There's the cross. It's a decent one as well. And it was Lino arriving late to try and get on the end of it, but is put behind by Asensio, and it'll be a corner for Atletico Madrid, their second of the evening. Nice burst down the right-hand side by Alvarez. Nice cut back as well, but the defending that needed to be done was done. So the corner, this one will be taken from the far side. The Atletico right. There's been a goal in one of the other games, which I'll update you on in a minute. But first of all, the corner, right-footed, and it cut. Decent delivery. And Real have got it half clear, and then, oh, dearie me, in the end, it fell quite kindly, actually, at the far post for Simeone. And he took it on the volley and got it horribly wrong. I don't think he realised how much space he was in there. The ball came off of Rudiger. Rudiger just didn't seem to know where he was. He sort of headed it up into the air and then sort of pirouetting in the air, not knowing where the ball was. And it fell beautifully for Giuliani Simeone, but on the volley puts it horribly wide and behind for a goal kick to Real Madrid. PSV Eindhoven 0, Arsenal 1. And Jurriën Timber has scored that one for Arsenal. Again, Arsenal, the team that qualified automatically for the last 8, so they get the home fixture next week, and they'll certainly fancy their chances if they can get a win tonight of progressing. And of course, they would play the winners of this one. So whatever happens, if they do get through, they're going to have a really, really tough fixture in that quarter-final against one of the Madrid sides. Vinicius Junior over on the far side, back to Mendy down the line, infield towards Diaz. It's very congested over on that far side, and Real have decided to switch it. No surprises. Space now for Valverde, inside right position, out towards this near touchline. And the danger man, Rodrigo. Rodrigo down towards the dead ball line. Is he going to cut it back? He goes back to Valverde. There's the cross right-footed, headed clear convincingly by Longley for Atletico. They'll pick it up on the halfway line, Real Madrid, in the end, under a little bit of pressure from Antoine Griezmann. Asensio goes back to Courtois, who returns the favour back out towards Asensio. Forward to Camavinga, out towards this near side again. And Rodrigo, his touch deserts him on that occasion. He runs the ball out of play. And it'll be a throw in to Atletico Madrid, midway inside their own half. They go back towards the edge of their own 18-yard line, swept out towards that far side, this time by Rodrigo de Paul, nicely as well. Been some nice touches, some nice sort of moves from Atletico. There's a nasty challenge on the halfway line. Referees allow play to continue because Atletico have the ball, and they've got space as well down this near side as well with Gallen. Gallen now just level with the edge of the penalty area. Oh, dearie me, cuts the ball back, gets it horribly wrong, and Real try and break. They won't break because they've lost possession again through Rodrigo. So Atletico have it again over on the far side. 20 minutes played here at the Bernabeu. Real Madrid 1, Atletico Madrid 0. Atletico with the possession just outside the centre circle with Rodrigo de Paul. Goes out towards that far touchline, and Simeone, who had that half chance some moments ago following that corner. And as I said, if he'd realised how much space he could have brought that ball down and taken a couple of touches before shooting for goal. Out towards this near side, that's going to be shepherded out of play, is it, by Valverde. Valverde's his shirt tugged anyway. Referee allows play to continue because Real have possession. They lose it, though, on the edge of their own penalty area. Can Atletico take advantage of that sloppiness from Real Madrid? Not really. Well, they have still got possession, but they've gone out towards Gallen, inside left position. He loses possession, and Real can bring it clear down this near side. Rodrigo just plays it off of Gallen. It's out of play. It's a throw-in to Real Madrid. Arsenal have got another, I'm hearing, at PSV, so it looks like they are heading, it's very early to say it, isn't it, in a two-legged match, but looks like they could well be heading to a two-legger against one of these sides in the quarterfinal, because Ethan Wanieri, the young buck, the 17-year-old, has scored the second. I'm hearing also Dortmund have taken the lead in Germany. Dortmund 1, Lille 0. Get you the score in a second. Real with possession. They've got the goal here at the Bernabeu. Very, very early doors as well. It's been pretty comfortable for them ever since as well. Back towards the halfway line, and Chouameni sweeps the ball left-footed out towards his near side to Rodrigo. Controls it beautifully on the chest. Goes back down the line to Valverde. Leaves it again for Rodrigo. Infield to Chouameni. Central now inside the Atletico half. Out towards that inside left position, and Mendy. Mendy's got Diaz towards the left-hand side. That's who he's found. Diaz ball to Mbappe. Lays it off. Not seen much of Mbappe thus far. That hat-trick, of course. That stunning hat-trick he scored here at the Bernabeu in the last round against Manchester City, of course. But thus far, we've seen very, very little of the Frenchman. Real lose their way. Can Atletico break now? If they play this right, they could. De Paul up towards the halfway line. Just waiting for support to arise. He continues his run, and why not? Because he's got plenty of green grass in front of him, and then he just plays the wrong ball on the edge of the penalty area, and Real can break, and this could be problems now for Atletico. Out towards that left-hand touchline. Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe now just cuts infield, goes infield to Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior, 25 yards from goal. Ball on his right foot, low shot. Daisy cutter from the Brazilian straight down the throat of the goalkeeper. Nice and easy in the end for Jan Oblak. And, well, I don't think at any stage tonight, really, Atletico are going to commit too many men forward to be caught napping on the bat because, well, for a start, if they lose this game by 1-0, it's certainly no disaster, is it? They would still fancy their chances of turning that around. Obviously, if things got ugly and they started to trail 2-3 goals, then it might be completely different. They might feel they need to get something out of this. But at the moment, I think they're quite happy. Both teams seem quite happy, to be quite honest with you. And I think 1-0, if this was to end 1-0, I'm not at all suggesting that both teams are going to shut up shop now with over an hour to play, but I don't think either team would be too disappointed if the game ended now 1-0. I think Real will be happy with the fact they've got the win, and Atletico will be happy with the fact that they're well and truly still in the tie going into that second leg. It can be quite cagey, these first leg matches, and wasn't really the case though with Real Madrid when they went to Manchester City, of course, that 3-2 game. Here come Atletico. Alvarez just outside the penalty area. There's the cross. Oh, it was a horrible cross on the right-hand side from Simeone. Gets it all wrong. Just sort of drilled his cross in from the right. And it goes behind for a goal kick to Real Madrid. We are midway through the first half here at the Bernabeu. Real Madrid 1, Atletico Madrid 0. Rodrigo in the 4th minute. It's Dortmund 1, Lille 0 in Germany. And Adeyemi has got that goal for Dortmund, who fancy their chances of getting through. They've got the, of course, Lille with a surprise package, really, in the group stage, getting through automatically into the last 16, finishing in the top 8, of course. But Dortmund, who finished runners-up, of course, last season too, Real Madrid. And they will fancy their chances. They had a comfortable victory in the end in the last round against Sporting Lisbon. They did the job really in the first leg, the away leg. It was all over really after that first leg, and they'll fancy their chances of getting through Dortmund, as will Arsenal. They lead PSV Eindhoven away from home by 2-0. Jurien Timber and Ethan Wanieri with the goals for Mikel Arteta's men. Here it's Real Madrid 1, Atletico Madrid 0, and it's Los Blancos with possession inside the Atletico half. Ball with pace, lovely turn there by Diaz. Couldn't quite control it though, and Atletico can get it clear towards the halfway line. Barrios out towards this near side. A little bit of space for Longman if he can control it. He just about keeps possession, but he has to go backwards for a little bit, and finds Jimenez. Jimenez out towards Barrios. Barrios now. There's the ball with pace over the halfway line, laid off by Griezmann, back inside his own half again. And Griezmann lays it off back towards the halfway line. And De Paul, who's played well in that central area for Atletico, but Atletico lose their way over the far side now. Can Real Madrid play? What a beautiful touch by Kylian Mbappe just outside the centre circle now. He looks towards his right-hand side, and there comes Rodrigo, picks the ball up inside right position in field towards Kylian Mbappe. Couldn't quite control it, and Atletico half get it clear towards the far side. It bounces a couple of times over on that far side, but it's Real Madrid who come away with it as Rodrigo wins it back, plays it back to Camavinga, back towards this near side, and Valverde in field once more to the Frenchman Eduardo Camavinga. Diaz inside left position for Real Madrid, finds Mendy over on that far side. They're camped inside the Atletico half at the moment of Carlo Ancelotti's men, leading here by a goal to nil. Nice turn there by Camavinga towards the edge of the penalty area, tried to do it all on his own, couldn't do it. Barrios wins it back for Atletico. Now, can they break Diego Simeone's men? Out towards that far side is one to chase, and it will be picked up by De Paul. Almost level with the edge of the penalty area, scoops it down the line. It's a decent one as well. Lino's there. There's the cross. Oh, and there's a brilliant bit of defending by Valverde to get it clear inside the 6-yard area. They'll come again, though, Atletico. This is their best spell. Shot comes in. It's a horrible shot from just outside the D, which goes high and wide. Not particularly handsome from Barrios, the number 8, but the opportunity came previously. Beautifully worked down the line. It was a brilliant cross from the right-hand side. Arriving was Lino at the far post. The cross came in from Simeone, low inside the 6-yard area, and a brilliant bit of defending from Valverde to make sure that the Atletico Madrid player arriving at the far post, who was Javier Gallen, couldn't get on the end of it and got it clear for Real Madrid. 27 minutes played. Real still leading by a goal to nil. Long ball forward down that right-hand side. It's one to chase for Valverde, but he's not going to get there, and Atletico can clear, and they clear out towards the far side. Llorente loses possession, really sloppy. Can Real Madrid take advantage of this? They're level with the edge of the penalty. That's a poor ball down the line in the end from Diaz towards Vinicius Junior. It's not going to find the Brazilian. Atletico get it clear, and Atletico sloppy again in possession, gift it back to the home side. In fact, they're going to get a free kick here as Vinicius Junior goes down holding his face. It'll be a free kick to Real Madrid. 28 minutes played here at the Bernabeu. Real Madrid 1, Atletico Madrid 0. Both teams, of course, could technically do the treble this year. Battling out with Barcelona, of course, in that really exciting three-way fight for the La Liga title at the top. And both, of course, still involved in the Copa del Rey in the semi-finals. They could meet, of course, in the final. It certainly looks as if Real are going to get there. If Atletico can get the better of Barcelona, then they could meet there as well. Free kick then to Real Madrid. And this free kick is over on the far side. The Real Madrid left. It's going to be taken by Rodrigo. It's pretty much level with the edge of the penalty. A brilliant delivery as well. And nobody touched it. And in the end, it's pushed clear by the goalkeeper. And Atletico can get it clear. It was a lovely delivery. And nobody got a head on it. Atletico are going to win themselves a free kick here. It was a good burst down this near side by Gallen, the number 21, actually. He's won himself a free kick. Just looking at a replay of this free kick, right-footed, and it was Rudiger who was closest to get onto it. A glancing header would have done. A glancing header from Real and any Real player, and it would have been 2-0 almost certainly. Arsenal are enjoying themselves tonight in Eindhoven. They're already 3-0 up now against PSV. Jurrien Timber and Ethan Nwaneri with the first two, and Mikel Merino now has just banged one in on the half-hour mark. PSV Eindhoven 0, Arsenal 3. Atletico Madrid with possession. Midway inside the Real half, swept out towards that far side, and it's the gloved De Paul right-footed cross. Decent delivery, and Real Madrid half get it clear towards the edge of the penalty. And in the end, it actually fell kindly for the champions, and they can get it clear down this near side. Really poor, though, just clearing their lines at the moment. Real Madrid and Atletico will come again. This is a really good spell for Diego Simeone's men. But can they take advantage of this good spell? Can they find a goal? Can they get themselves level here in the Spanish capital? Again, it's the impressive De Paul just to the left of the centre circle in the gloves this evening for Atletico Madrid. Back to Jimenez over the halfway line again in De Paul. This is really nice from Atletico. Ball down the centre is not nice, though. That was the ball that from Barrios, which didn't work out. Real have cleared, and yet again, actually, Real have cleared, and all they've done is just played inside the Atletico half to nobody in particular, and Atletico will come again, just to the right of the centre circle, swept out towards this near side, loads of space down this left-hand side, just inside the Real half, for Gallen, goes in field to Longland, And they're camped inside the Real Madrid half at the moment are Atletico Madrid, but there's one pass there that's gone astray, and it will be Atletico Madrid again, because Real just gifted it back to them again. Lino now down this near side level, the edge of the penalty area, plays it across the edge of the 18-yard line towards Griezmann. It's not going to find the Frenchman. It's loose over on the far side. Camavinga comes in to clear for Real, which he does towards the halfway line. And again, Atletico will pick it up. And out towards that near side now, and Jimenez. It's all Atletico Madrid at the moment. Inside the centre circle, now they have it with Barrios. Just takes it towards the right-hand side of the centre circle and then plays it out to Simeone over on that far side. And just held up by De Paul. Just outside the centre circle, goes for the 1-2 between himself and Llorente. De Paul, ball with pace towards the edge of the penalty area, laid off nicely by Griezmann. Griezmann's continued his run right inside of the penalty areas, racing down towards the corner flag now, pays it back down the line just to keep the ball in play, which he does to Simeone. Simeone, safety first, back towards the halfway line for Atletico Madrid. And now the space with Barrios. Barrios square to his right, to his left-hand side, I should say, and Longland. Longland, first-time ball out towards Gallen down this near side. And there's the overlap made by Julian Alvarez. Alvarez, ball on his right foot. He's inside the penalty area. He goes for the curler. What a goal! What an equaliser for Atletico Madrid. He's curled that into the top corner. And Julian Alvarez with his 17th goal of the season. And surely one of his best. It's an absolute rocket from just inside the penalty area. He made the space for himself. And he only had one thing in his mind. The right-footed curler into the top corner. They deserve this, Atletico Madrid. They've been on top in the last 10 minutes or so. And there is the response. It's Real Madrid 1, Atletico Madrid 1. And it's Julian Alvarez with an absolute beauty just from the corner of the penalty area. One touch to take him inside the penalty area. Then the right foot, he looked up. He curled it beyond Thibaut Courtois. No chance for the Belgian goalkeeper. And it's one apiece here in the derby in the Champions League round of 16. That is an absolute beauty. Julian Alvarez, who Premier League followers, of course, will know from his stint at Manchester City. It never really worked out for him at Manchester City, but my goodness, it's working out under Diego Simeone. His 17th goal of the season and probably his finest. It's Real Madrid 1, Atletico Madrid 1, 12 minutes to half-time. And they've got exactly what they deserve, Atletico. They've been the better team in this first half. Real took the lead with their first meaningful attack. Well, it was their first attack, and they've not had one meaningful attack since, to be fair. It's been all Atletico. They've been far the better team. And they deservedly go level. Here is their goal scorer, though, Rodrigo. Will they respond now? The champions cross right-footed from that right-hand side. Bouncing clear on the edge of the penalty area. Picked up, though, by Camavinga. Finds Mendy. Mendy out towards that left-hand touchline. And Vinicius Jr. This is where they need their big-time players. Real Madrid, we've seen very, very little of Mbappe or Vinicius Jr. We have seen plenty, though, of Rodrigo, who has the ball now down this near side. That's a really poor ball forward, though, by Diaz towards the edge of the penalty area. And Atletico can get it clear. Well, I did say some 10-15 minutes ago that Atletico would take a 1-0 defeat. Well, they'd certainly take the final whistle now, wouldn't they? One apiece here at the Bernabeu. They'd almost be favourites possibly in that second leg. Real have lost just the once in the league this season. And at home. And of course, that was a crushing defeat, wasn't it, to Barcelona? They lost 4-0 in the Clásico. They've taken two very, very heavy defeats to Barcelona this season. They lost in the Spanish Super Cup final as well. Very, very heavily. And Atletico Madrid, who've drawn already one apiece. It's a familiar story, not a familiar scoreline, isn't it? At the moment, these two teams have met twice this season in the league. Both finished one apiece. And here we are now in the Champions League. And it's one apiece. Mbappe can't control it on the edge of the penalty area. Atletico Madrid can bring this ball clear. They'll run it clear down this near side. And he keeps running as well, Barrios, towards the near side. He tries to win himself a throw-in. It's gone out of play, but I think it's come off of Pablo Barrios. Indeed, it has. So it'll be a throw-in to Real on the halfway line down the right side. 10 minutes to half-time. And it's one apiece here in the Madrid derby. Tchouaméni inside the centre circle for Real. Looks towards the right side. Mbappe's come deep. He's in the inside right position now, the Frenchman. Gives it back to Tchouaméni. Lets the ball run beyond him back towards Antonio Rudiger. Rudiger's just to the left of the centre circle inside the Atletico half. Goes square towards Valverde. Valverde with the low ball right-footed out towards the near touchline, and Rodrigo level with the edge of the penalty area. Again, looking to take on Gallen. Thought better of it, though, and goes back towards Valverde instead. Square to Tchouaméni, who goes out towards Mendy over on that far side. A little burst of pace from Mendy, though. Then he goes back. Shot comes in from all of about 45 yards from, well, you wouldn't believe this, but Antonio Rudiger. He just fancied his chances. He does get on the scoreline, on the score sheet, I should say, from time to time, Antonio Rudiger, as he did at his during his days at Chelsea, but not with a 35-yard screamer. Normally getting on the end of a set piece, usually with his head. But fancied it there. His eyes lit up for a second there, the German, and he lashed it into the crowd in the goal. Over the goal towards our right-hand side. And, well, Atletico have just conceded an absolutely needless corner. It's Real's first playing it out from the back. They've got it all wrong. If Real can take advantage of this will be really sloppy from Atletico. They've got a corner. It's their first of the evening down this near side. Rodrigo to take it right-footed. In it goes. A poor delivery from the Brazilian. Headed clear at the near post. You've got to beat your first man. That's the first rule of taking a corner, and Rodrigo couldn't do that. Atletico cleared towards the halfway line, and no chances at all being taken by Mendy, who's gone back to goalkeeper Thibaut Courtois. Courtois out towards Valverde. Infield to Tchouaméni. There's the diagonal ball out towards that far side, searching out Vinicius Junior, who controls it beautifully on the chest. He's immediately crowded out by two Atletico players, Simeone and Llorente. He plays it off one of them and wins a throw-in, which he takes quickly. Now it's with Camavinga. Camavinga leaves it for Tchouaméni. The space is down this near side. The inside right position is Valverde. Eventually it does reach Rodrigo down this near side. Rodrigo now ball on his left foot. Thought about the cross. Goes back towards Tchouaméni, though. Square to Camavinga. Rudiger lets it run beyond towards Mendy. Mendy down the line to Vinicius Junior. There's the burst of pace for the Brazilian. The sliding challenge comes in. It's gone out of play. It's a throw in to Real, right next to the corner flag. Deep inside the Atletico half, the Real Madrid left. Throw in is taken by Mendy. Back towards Rudiger. And Rudiger finds Asensio. Rudiger, they're going backwards at the moment. Real Madrid, they had a throw in there, Real, right next to the corner flag. You couldn't get deeper. Inside the Atletico half, they've gone all the way back within about 10 seconds of taking that throw, and they've gone all the way back to Thibaut Courtois. Courtois out to Asensio. And Asensio brings this one forward at a leisurely pace. Then gives it to Tchouaméni with the low ball right-footed out towards Rodrigo near touchline. He's continued his run down the right side, Tchouaméni, but Rodrigo's gone back towards the halfway line, and Valverde, who goes square to Camavinga. Camavinga, ball with pace towards the edge of the penalty area, looking for Mbappe. He's not going to find the Frenchman, and Atletico can run this ball clear. It's gone out of play, though, down this near side. It'll be a throw-in. It's come off of the Atletico player. So it'll be a throw-in on the halfway line to Real Madrid as we approach the last 5 minutes of the first half here at the Bernabeu. Real Madrid 1, Atletico Madrid 1. Finally poised. Did we expect anything different from these two teams? Here's Rodrigo down this near side. Back in field to Camavinga. 45 yards from goal, just to right of centre. Out to Valverde down this near side for Atletico Madrid. Rodrigo's cutting field slightly. He's in the inside right position now. Goes out to Mbappe, who's popped up down this near side. Now Mbappe, is he going to have a run? There's the square ball across the edge of the 18-yard line. It's not a great one. Mbappe's been really, really quiet, and nothing's come off for the Frenchman in this first half as Atletico clear. They go back towards the edge of their own penalty area, and it's with Barrios now. Barrios sweeps it out towards that far side, and Llorente down the line. That's a sloppy one from him. Gives possession back to Atletico, back to Real, I should say, midway inside their own half. But Real Madrid equally as charitable. Give the ball back to Atletico over on the far side. Who run it clear down that far side. The space for Griezmann now inside the centre circle. Looks towards his left-hand side. He needs somebody to run. He needs somebody to make that move. And indeed, the run is made by Gallen. There's the overlap from Lido, the number 12. Lino back to Griezmann again, pulling the strings now for Atletico Madrid. The Frenchman has it once more, goes in field and gets the ball back immediately off of De Paul. Looks out towards this left-hand side. Gallen is hugging the touchline, but he's gone in field in the end and in fact made his way himself out towards his left-hand side. Antoine Griezmann down the line to Gallen. Here's the overlap from Lino. This is nice from Atletico Madrid. They are the better team at the moment. There's no two ways about it now. Can they get the crossing from this near side with Gallen? He holds it up and he goes for the 1-2 between himself and Griezmann. Griezmann hadn't made the run that he thought he was going to make, and Real Madrid clear long towards the halfway line, but they're picking up all the pieces at the moment. Atletico, they have it down this near side. They go back inside their own half. Safety first, got to be careful. Vinicius Junior desperately tries to win the ball back. It's not going to happen. And it's with Barrios now. Now De Paul out towards that far side, and Simeone just shy of the halfway line for Atletico Madrid. 4 minutes to half-time. One apiece. Real Madrid in front early through Rodrigo in the 4th minute, and then an absolute cracker. What an equaliser from Julian Alvarez in the 32nd minute for Diego Simeone's men. PSV Eindhoven have got one back against Arsenal. It was 3-0 to Mikel Arteta's men. It's now 3-1. Penalty as well. And penalty from Lang makes it PSV Eindhoven 1, Arsenal 3. Away goals don't count anymore, of course, as double when scores are level. That one was outlawed a few years ago. Here's Griezmann to the right of the centre circle. It's all Atletico Madrid at the moment as we head to half-time. They got the wind in their sails. To be fair, they were the better team before they scored. And certainly, you can see their confidence running through their veins now since they got that equaliser. And whatever happens, I think they will fancy their chances in the second half of being able to pull off possibly more than a point, possibly a draw, I should say, possibly the victory. And if they do get the victory here at the Bernabeu, they would be big favourites, you'd feel, to come through that second leg. Real Madrid win it back and lose it immediately. This Mbappe, who'd come deep to win the ball back, which he did, and then loses possession immediately. Atletico have it again, just outside the centre circle. Griezmann goes out towards that far side. And Simeone down the line to Llorente. Back out to Simeone again over on that far side. He's midway inside the Atletico half. 1-2 between himself and Griezmann, who points back towards the halfway line to suggest the ball should go back there. And that's exactly what happens. Atletico have it on the halfway line. This is just like a training session at the moment for Diego Simeone's men. They're just playing it around so comfortably, so nonchalantly. Loop ball out towards this near side now, and Lino brings it forward. There's a little bit of space to run into as well down this left-hand side for Atletico. He's got Gallen over there if he needs. He's continued his run towards the edge of the penalty area, squared it across the 18-yard line. Atletico lose it though, and Mbappe, who's so deep at the moment, wins possession back. And again, Real Madrid losing it, but they win it back this time. Mbappe pokes it forward towards Vinicius Junior. He's not going to find him. And Atletico have it again down this near side with Antoine Griezmann, who's absolutely everywhere. Wouldn't expect anything else from the Frenchman, Antoine Griezmann. And he's running the show at the moment, the ex-Barcelona man. And was heavily involved, of course, in that goal to give Atletico Madrid exactly what they deserve. 33, nearly 34. He's 34 in a couple of weeks, Griezmann. Ball out of play down this near side. Still Dortmund 1, Lille 0, by the way, as that one heads to half-time. A minute to half-time here. Valverde takes the throw in for Real Madrid. Throws it back inside his own half to Asensio. Finds Rudiger to his left-hand side, over the halfway line. A little bit of space over on that far side as well. And it's with Vinicius Junior in field to Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe just holds it up, then gets back out to Vinicius Junior over on that far side. Low ball back to Rudiger, just outside the centre circle. Plays it inside the centre circle to Asensio. Takes the ball towards his right-hand side. Plenty of green grass to run in front of him, but he just decides to go back towards Tchouameni. Tchouameni goes square towards the inside left position, and Mendy back in field again to Tchouameni. And now Camavinga in the inside right position, out towards Rodrigo, level with the edge of the penalty area, hugging the touchline down this near side for Real. Goes in field towards Camavinga. That's a nice ball. In the end, it was the run was made inside that penalty area by Valverde. Shot in from a very tight angle. Should have been looking to square that ball across the 6-yard area. It's very simple and plain in the end for Jan Oblak. And there goes the halftime whistle. We're not having any injury time here at the Bernabeu. The 45 minutes are up. Referee picks up the ball, blows his whistle. It's half-time here at the Bernabeu. It's one apiece. Real Madrid in front in the 4th minute through Rodrigo, and the equaliser, an absolute beauty. A curler into the top corner from Julian Alvarez, and they deserved it as well. They've been the better team, Atletico. Half-time here at the Bernabeu. Real Madrid 1, Atletico Madrid 1. We'll be back in 15 minutes for the second half.
Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps, and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps, and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. – 'Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps, and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps, and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps, and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps, and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps, and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok.
Welcome back to the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium here in Madrid. Half-time in this Champions League last 16 tie. First leg, it's Real Madrid 1, Atletico Madrid 1. Rodrigo for Real Madrid in the 4th minute. Julian Alvarez with a cracker in the 32nd minute. Meaning it's level. These two teams have already played each other twice this season in La Liga, home and away. Both fixtures ending a goal apiece. Will it be the same again tonight? Atletico going to get us underway in the second half, playing the home strip, the red and white shirts, the blue shorts, the red socks, playing from left to right in this second half, attacking the goal towards our right-hand side. Real Madrid in their usual home strip, all white, attacking the goal towards our left-hand side. Just to give you the lineup, so no changes at half-time that we're aware of. So for Real Madrid, Courtois in goal, back four of Mendy, Rudiger, Asensio and Valverde. Midfield trio of Camavinga, Tchouaméni and Diaz. And the front three of Vinicius Junior and Mbappe and Rodrigo for Atletico. Oblak in goal. Back four of Gallen, Longley, Jimenez and Llorente. Midfield quartet of Lino, De Paul, Barrios and Simeone, and Griezmann and Alvarez up top for Diego Simeone's men. Long ball forward now for Atletico over the far side. That one's cut out, and Real can clear. On the benches, first of all, for Real, Alaba, Endrick, Fran, Garcia, Huller, Lucas, Lunin, and Modric. And for Atletico, Correa, Gallagher, Gomes, Lemar, Lemond, Lenormand, I should say, Mandava, Molina, Musso, Riquelme, Soloth, and Witzel. No yellow cards in that first half to tell you about. And just a reminder, Jude Bellingham is out due to the yellow cards that he's picked up, so he's suspended for this one. Carvajal remains out long term for Atletico, for Real, of course, as well. And Koke is out long term for Atletico. Daisy cutter coming in from all of about 35 yards from Kylian Mbappe. He's had a disappointing first 45. That's Vinicius Junior, to be fair. Rodrigo has been the only danger man really for Real. That front three have failed to light in that first 45, and Carlo Ancelotti will be expecting more from them in this second half. We'll keep you up to date with the other games in the Champions League. Of course, it finished earlier. Club Brugge 1, Aston Villa 3, so Villa in charge of that round of 16 tie, with that home leg to come next week, of course, as well, at Villa Park. They'll fancy the chances of getting through to the last 8, I should say, and a tie against either Paris Saint-Germain or Liverpool. Dortmund are leading Lille by a goal to nil. It's PSV 1, Arsenal 3. So again, Arsenal will fancy their chances as well of a quarter-final tie, which would be against one of these two teams. Whoever wins this fixture will go through to play the winners of PSV and Arsenal. One apiece at the moment, deadlocked in the Madrid derby, and Real have it inside their own half as they go out towards that far side. And Gallen back in field towards Longley, out towards this near side now, and it's with Simeone, who's come deep. He's fouled. Referees allow play to continue because Atletico have possession. Up towards the halfway line they come. The foot comes in from Camavinga, but it's gone out of play. It's trickled out down this near side, so it'll be a throw-in to Atletico just shy of the halfway line down their right-hand side. 4 minutes played at the start of the second half. Real Madrid 1, Atletico Madrid 1. Back towards the 18-yard line for Real. They go out towards Gallen over that far side, but with pace towards the halfway line. A little bit of space has opened up now for Barrios. Looks towards the right side. He's got De Paul over the halfway line, and De Paul has it now midway inside the Real half. Goes for the 1-2 between himself and Griezmann. Then cuts in field. He's about 40 yards from goal now. Pokes it forward to Alvarez. This is nice again from Atletico. It's intricate now. Out towards the near side. Right side of the penalty area with Simeone. There comes the cross towards the far post from De Paul. It's got too much on it, though. It will fall for an Atletico player over on the far side, though, with Gallen. And Atletico have started the second half the same way they ended the first, on top. Cross comes in from that left-hand side. Rudiger heads it clear. And Real can break down this near side. But Vinicius Junior's gone all the way back towards the edge of his own 18-yard line with Rudiger. Out towards that far side now. And Valverde over the halfway line. Here's Mbappe deep. He's just to the right of the centre circle, just inside the Atletico half. Plays it inside the centre circle to Camavinga, who lays it off to Tchouameni. Now Rudiger joins the party and brings it over the halfway line to the left of the centre circle. Everybody now bar Courtois inside the Atletico Madrid half. Arsenal have got themselves another one and surely put that tie to bed if it wasn't already. It's now PSV Eindhoven 1, Arsenal 4, and it's the captain Martin Odegaard with a goal. Ball drilled out towards this near side, looking for Vinicius Junior. It's not going to reach the Brazilian, and Atletico have it again. Vinicius Junior does really well to close down inside that penalty area. He wants himself a throw in, and he's not going to get a throw in because it's come off of him, but it's just looking at a replay. I'll tell you what, I don't even think he touched the ball. Looking at it, he wants a corner, and he's going to get the corner. In fact, the referee has changed his mind, and he's absolutely right. In comes the corner from that right-hand side. Headed clear out towards this near side. And Mbappe will pick it up, left-hand corner of the penalty area. Back to goal, going down towards the dead ball and plays it back to Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior sweeps the ball over towards that far side to the inside right position. Eventually reaches Rodrigo, who took the corner initially. In field to Tchouameni. Clips one in right-footed towards the edge of the penalty area. It's volleyed clear for Atletico, but picked up again by Tchouameni. Rodrigo hugging the touchline over on that far side and screaming for it down this near side is Diaz. Diaz picks it up in the inside left position for Real. It's a really poor ball from him, and Atletico can bring it clear down the right-hand side. How ambitious are they going to be in this second half, Atletico Madrid? They take a 1-1 now, wouldn't they? But if they could get another one, if they could win this game, I mean, they certainly wouldn't put the fixture to bed, but they'd be big favourites to progress. Space now for Gallen over on the far side for Atletico, level with the edge of the penalty area. Ball across the edge of the 18-yard line. Here's Julian Alvarez just outside the D. Low ball out towards his near side. DePaul, low ball in this time. It's not going to find a red and white shirt. And Mendy can bring it clear down the left-hand side for Real Madrid. And he can until he plays it off of Julian Alvarez. How to play Real Madrid throw-in. Arsenal have got another one. And when I say another one, I mean another one beyond the one that Odegaard had scored. So Odegaard had made it 4-1 right at the start of the second half. And now Leandro Trossard's got in on the act. So it's PSV 1, Arsenal 5. I think, to be fair, the game was over at half-time, wasn't it? The tie, I should say, it was 3-1 to Arsenal. Well, it's 5-1 now. It's certainly over. And Arsenal's goal-scoring issues that they've been having lately certainly come to an end tonight, haven't they, in Holland? 5 goals to the good. Here, it's a goal apiece. We've played 7 minutes of the second half. Low ball out towards this near side for Atletico. They're still continuing to make all the running, as they did in the first half. The possession stats in the first half slightly surprised me, because they were at one stage in favour of Real. It's now 54-46 in favour of Diego Simeone's men, as the run is made down that far side by Lino. Just holds the ball up, level with the edge of the penalty area. Is retreating at the moment. Goes infield to Barrios. Barrios 1-2 between himself and DePaul. Closed down by Mbappe. Goes back towards the halfway line, but maintaining possession. Griezmann with a lovely layoff. He's got such a silky, smooth touch to him, the Frenchman. He really has. There's acres of space down this near side for Simeone if they want to work it out towards the right-hand side. But they've continued to go down that left-hand side. Crossing opportunity. Comes in left-footed. Oh, it almost fell to DePaul. It has fallen to DePaul at the far post. Can he cut this one back? It hits Antonio Rudiger, and it goes behind for a corner to Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid are looking dangerous here. But if DePaul could have taken that first time, he would have had a shot at goal. He managed to control it at the second attempt, but he was so wide of goal there. All he was trying to do was cut the ball back. There's no way he could have gone for goal. Hit the defender. It's gone behind, and it's Atletico Madrid's third corner of the evening, and they look dangerous from this near side. A right-footed outswinger then. Decent delivery as well, but it is headed clear. And the referee's seen enough. He's seen something in that penalty area, and he's blown up, and it will be a free kick to Carlo Ancelotti's men. They have got the likes of Endrick and Euler on the bench, of course. The couple of real starlets, of course. Endrick, the Brazilian, Euler, the Turk. And be interesting to see how long until a potential change for Carlo Ancelotti's men. 10 minutes almost played at the start of this second half. 1 apiece. Not a disaster for Real Madrid. If this ends 1 apiece, it keeps it in the melting pot, doesn't it? But you'd feel with home advantage, Atletico would be slight favourites. Here come Real, though, down this left-hand side of the penalty area, and Diaz gets the shot in. Diaz scores from absolutely nothing. Real Madrid are back in front in the 10th minute of the second half, and it's Brahim Diaz with a brilliant finish to put Real back in front against the run of play. It's been all Atletico since the start of the second half, but that ball fell kindly to the Moroccan inside that penalty area, and the low finish, right-footed from about 12 yards out beyond the goalkeeper, and Real Madrid are back in front. They had possession down this near side. It was worked out towards Vinicius Jr. Lovely ball towards Mendy, laid it off towards Diaz. Diaz just cut inside a couple of defenders and just found the space that opened up for him to just hit the low ball. No pace on it at all. He's just beautifully just curled that beyond the goalkeeper, low into the far corner, beyond the despairing hand of Oblak, and completely against the run of play. Real Madrid are back in front, and it's not one of the big three up front who've been frankly disappointing so far tonight. It's Brahim Diaz, but Carlo Ancelotti won't care who it is. All he cares about is that his team, who've been outplayed really for all of this second half and the majority of the first half, are back in front. Real Madrid 2, Atletico Madrid 1. Brahim Diaz with the goal. And, well, that is a real shot in the heart, that one for Atletico. They've started this second half so well, and Real have been completely under the cosh. Out towards this near side now as the game kicks off again. It's loose midway inside the Real Madrid half, and then in the end, Camavinga just goes back to Thibaut Courtois. Courtois, low ball out to the edge of his penalty area to Asensio. Well, it's going to be interesting to see what the dynamics of this game are now, because when Real got the early goal in the first half, Atletico just completely took over. Long ball forward now towards Mbappe. He can't control it. Bounces back to Oblak in that Atletico Madrid goal. Or will Real capitalise now and will the confidence start to flow? Doesn't look like it, because, again, it's Atletico with all the possession. Ball towards the edge of the penalty area is a nice one. Griezmann can't quite control it on the edge of the penalty area. And Real can bring it clear. They'll get a free kick on the edge of their own penalty area, in fact. So Brahim Diaz with that goal to put Real Madrid back ahead for the second time this evening. Elsewhere, Dortmund 1, Lyon 0, PSV 1, Arsenal 5, and Club Brugge 1, Aston Villa 3 earlier on. We certainly look like we're going to see two English teams in the last 8. Liverpool have a job to do tomorrow, and a tough one as well. A tough ask to go to PSG, who are in great form at the moment. They really are the French champions. And talking to the French champions, Paris Saint-Germain, here's Kylian Mbappe, the ex-PSG man. It's gone out of play, though, down this near side. It'll be a throw-in to Real, midway inside the Atletico. Brahim Diaz has been booked, by the way. I'm not entirely sure why he was booked. The man whose goal separates the sides at the moment has become the first name to go into Clement Turpin's book this evening. Back to Courtois now for Real. Courtois goes low out to Jimenez, towards Asensio. And he brings the ball forward towards the halfway line for Real Madrid. Diagonal ball out towards the near side. It's not a great one, though, and it's controlled nicely for Real, for Atletico, who win possession back in the middle of the park. Now, this looks promising for Diego Simeone's men. Forward is Simeone himself, his son, of course, down this near side. Goes in field to De Paul. They get back towards the halfway line. De Paul again. 1-2 between himself and Griezmann. The space is now opened up for Barrios. Barrios goes out towards De Paul again down this near side, and he, for some reason, I've no idea why, from midway inside the Real half, goes all the way back to the goalkeeper. It's even under a great deal of pressure, to be fair. The Atletico number 8. Here come Atletico again, midway inside the Real Madrid half. Trying to work space down this near side again with De Paul. Pokes it back down the line. And it's with Llorente. Back towards the halfway line again. There's space over on that far side if they can find Gallen, which they do. He immediately plays it back down the line in field. Is Vino. Central now inside the Real Madrid half. And that one's overrun slightly. They've still got possession, but they've gone all the way back towards the halfway line just to retain possession here. Atletico out towards this near side now. A little bit of space for Simeone. Simeone, nice ball, edge of the penalty. Here's Antoine Griezmann. Oh, and it's saved. Fingertips from Courtois to get it clear. It was a low shot towards the far post. It was creeping in from a Griezmann. Just didn't quite get the pace on it that he wanted. And that's the closest Atletico have come in this second half. It was a beautifully worked move. It's just classic Griezmann. Takes the ball in his stride. It's going in. It's creeping in towards that far corner. And Courtois with the fingertips low, go down towards his right-hand side. Just got enough on it to prevent that one from creeping into the far post. And Atletico getting level once again here at the Bernabeu. But following that move, and the ball was cleared for Real Madrid. Atletico have got themselves a free kick, which Griezmann himself, in fact, is going to take. It's too far out to have a go at goal. So about 45 yards out. And it comes left-footed, clear towards the edge of the towards the right-hand side of the penalty area. And in the end, the shot's lashed in from a tight angle by Jimenez, which goes over the bar and behind for a goal kick. And there was somebody offside. Having said, well, it might have been flicked on actually by somebody in an offside position. I think it was Longley. Indeed, it was. He was in an offside position. So if that was smashed in from a tight angle by Jimenez, it would have been ruled out anyway, because it was flicked on by Longley, and the Frenchman was just slightly offside. Just looking at a replay of it. Real Madrid 2, Atletico Madrid 1. They played twice this year already, these two teams. They both ended in a draw. Luka Modric, all 39 years young of him, is coming on for Real Madrid. He's going to replace Camavinga. That's the first change for Carlo Ancelotti. We await to see how Diego Simeone will react, if indeed he does at all. Real with possession now. Mendy down this near side, just shy of the halfway line. Goes in field to Tchouameni, who diagonally puts one out towards the, fires one out towards the far side of Rodrigo. It's a nice one as well. Down the line to Valverde, back to Rodrigo again, who started the match in such glorious fashion with that goal. And he looked like every time he got the ball, he was going to do something special, but he's gone really quiet since then. And Vinicius Junior and Mbappe have offered very little at all, as down next to the corner flag over on the far side goes Samuel Lino, and he's going to win himself a free kick for that challenge by Valverde. So free kick to Atletico in their left back position, which they've already taken. Stick or twist for Atletico Madrid. 2-1 away from home at the Bernabeu. Certainly not a disaster, and it certainly keeps them well and truly in this tie going into the reverse fixture next week. But of course, if they could get a goal and get it back to 2-2, they'd probably be favourites. But of course, chasing a second goal, if they were to concede a third, then it could be curtains. Now, the referee is coming towards this near side, and he's giving a yellow card. It's not to Carlo Ancelotti, but it's definitely for somebody on that Real Madrid bench. One of the coaching staff, I would assume, has gone into the book for something he said to the officials. It wasn't Ancelotti himself, who, to be fair, is not the most animated manager in the world, is he? Let's be honest, Ancelotti. Looks like Atletico making a change then, and Simeone is taking off Simeone because his son is coming off, and he's going to be replaced by, they're going to make a couple of changes here, actually, Atletico, by the looks of things. And it looks as if Conor Gallagher actually is going to be coming on, the ex-Chelsea man. So the first change is the number 12, Lino is coming off as well. So that's the two players off. And the two players on, Conor Gallagher is the first to come on. And the second player coming on for Atletico is going to be the number 16, Nahuel Molina, the Argentinian, comes on. So just to confirm then, Simeone and Lino are off for Atletico. Molina and Gallagher are on. The one change for Real, Camavinga is replaced by the Croatian, the veteran, Luka Modric. And we've got 25 minutes left for play here at the Bernabeu. Real Madrid 2, Atletico Madrid 1. Out to the inside left position now for Real, and Mendy. Mendy cuts in field. He's racing towards the edge of the penalty area. Goes for a shot. Decent effort as well from the defender. Curling towards that far post, but nice and comfortable in the end for Jan Oblak. Just fancied a pop there. It opened up nicely for the Frenchman. And he thought, why not? Ball out of play down this near side. It'll be a Real Madrid, Atletico, I should say, Madrid throw. Level with the edge of the penalty area down their right-hand side. It's going to be taken by Molina, who's just come off the bench. Back they go to the goalkeeper. Oblak kicks long, right-footed towards the halfway line. There's a little flick on there, but Real are going to pick up the pieces just inside the centre circle. There's a free kick as well there as down goes Luka Modric. Free kick to Real Madrid, just outside the centre circle to the right of the centre circle, inside the Atletico Madrid half. They work it out towards this near side. Here's Mendy, Vinicius Junior hugging, touched on down this near side, but they go back in field and inside the centre circle to Rudiger, lays it off to Luka Modric, back out to this inside left position again, and Mendy down the line to Vinicius Junior, goes for the 1-2, and it works out well for the Brazilian. Has the ball on his right foot now, just to the left of the penalty area, almost loses possession. Then goes down towards the dead ball line. Can he cut this ball back? Can he win himself a throw-in? Can he win himself a corner? It's gone out of play as he shouts the Vamoses to the crowd behind that goal towards our left-hand side, with his team leading here by 2-1 as we head towards the midway point of this second half. Real Madrid have got themselves their third corner of the evening, and Modric goes for the short one. Ball on the left-hand corner of the penalty area. The ball comes in. It's a poor one, though, curling by Brahim Diaz towards the far post, but well wide of the goalkeeper's left-hand post and behind for a goal kick to Atletico Madrid. It's his goal. Diaz that separates the sides. Lovely goal it was as well. Not goal of the night. That goes to Julian Alvarez, unless we see something spectacular in the last 23 minutes or so tonight. Here's Atletico over the halfway line with Griezmann. Griezmann infield towards Alvarez. Can he hold the ball up? No, he loses possession. Wants the free kick, doesn't get it. Real can bring it clear, stays down. Actually, he's getting back on his feet now, to be fair, seems to be okay. As Real have it down this near side over the halfway line. The ball goes to Kylian Mbappe. He's popped up in the left channel. Now, Mbappe looking to take on the number 2, Jimenez. Infield towards Vinicius Junior, who falls over just on the edge of the penalty area. And Atletico can bring it clear once again with the mercurial Antoine Griezmann out towards that left-hand side. Lovely run as well down the left-hand side being made by Gallen. He's continued his run, sliding challenge coming in. Fair one, says the referee. He wants the free kick. He's not going to get it. And Real can bring it clear through Luka Modric. Pokes it towards his right-hand side. And Brahim Diaz now. Antonio Rudiger with a incredible run over the halfway line, getting about 100 miles an hour down this near side. Leaves it for Mbappe now. Mbappe towards Brahim Diaz inside the penalty area. The angle is tight. He wants the corner. He gets the corner as the sliding challenge comes in. And Atletico, well, they just had to clear their lines there, didn't they? It was a lovely ball by Mbappe, but it's the turn of Brahim Diaz. Lovely turn. Back to goal. Short corner this time from Real. Here's Mbappe, left-hand side of the penalty area. A couple of step-overs. Plays it back to Modric, just outside the D. Square to Vinicius Junior, lines one up. It's an Atletico player. Now the player of the far side. Throw in to Real. Level with the edge of the penalty area, down the Real right-hand side. They're getting on with matters. You feel like they're just stepping it up here. Real Madrid, they're fancying a third here, which would almost certainly see them as favourites going into that second leg next week. Here's Diaz again down this near side, back to Mendy, in field to Tchouaméni. Now Luka Modric goes square to his right-hand side. They're camped inside the Atletico half at the moment. Rodrigo has it over on the far side, almost level with the edge of the Atletico penalty area. Closed down quickly and has to go back down the line in the end towards Valverde. Here's Modric inside the centre circle, out to the inside left position, and Mendy down the line to Diaz again. Infield to Modric, who as usual is absolutely everywhere. Tchouaméni now just outside the centre circle, loops one out towards that far touchline. Controlled beautifully by Rodrigo, looking to take on Gallen now. A couple of step overs from the Brazilian, goes back towards Tchouaméni though. Now Rudiger leaves it for Modric. Modric again looking towards that right-hand side, then looks out towards the left and then pokes the ball the outside of the boot out towards Mendy in the inside left position. He leaves it for Diaz, down the line to Vinicius Junior, racing down towards the dead ball line now. Can he cut this one back? Just holds it up and loses possession. Sloppy from the Brazilian. Ball's gone out of play down this near side. It'll be a Real throw. It must have come off, must have taken a little nick off of DePaul. So it's a Real throw level with the edge of the Atletico penalty area down the left-hand side, which they've already taken. And Mbappe goes back out towards this near side of Vinicius Junior. Back towards the number 21, Diaz, the goal scorer of the second Real goal, the goal that separates the sides at the moment. There's Luka Modric floating one out towards Vinicius Junior. to jump about 8 foot in the air just to keep the ball in play, and he did indeed do that and headed it towards Diaz. Diaz couldn't control it. It's out of play. It's a throw in to Atletico Madrid. There's a change being made here by Atletico Madrid. They're going to bring on Robin Lenormand for the last 20 minutes or so. Lille have got an equaliser against Dortmund. I said how incredible Lille have been in this tournament so far, getting into that top 8, qualifying automatically for the last 16. Well, I'll tell you what, if they can hang on to that 1-1 draw, they'll be favourites, you would think, with the second leg to come against Dortmund. Griezmann has been replaced for Atletico. It's Haraldson who's got the equaliser for the French team. It's Dortmund 1, Lille 1. It's still PSV Eindhoven 1, Arsenal 5 in the Netherlands. And Arsenal certainly will fancy their chances there with a 5-1 victory, I think. Just to put into context this Lille thing, they're 5th at the moment in the French league, 21 points behind Paris Saint-Germain. And potentially they could get through to the last 8. I mean, it's incredible that they finished in the top 8 of the table. That's the first thing to say, but certainly they've given themselves a good opportunity against Dortmund. It ends, particularly if it ends 1 apiece. Real Madrid with possession. They've certainly taken over possession-wise since they got that second goal. And they are fancying a third, which could wrap this one up. Here's Tchouaméni, about 30 yards from goal. Back to Luka Modric, central inside the Atletico half, out towards that far side. Here's Mbappe now, 30 yards from goal. A little bit of skill from him to dink it towards Tchouaméni, who finds Rudiger. Rudiger's lining one up here again, and he sort of fell as he took his shot and got it all wrong, the German, and it's cleared out towards the far side for Atletico. And Alvarez will chase, and Alvarez has gone down in a heap over on the far side, wanting a free kick. He's not going to get a free kick. And Real Madrid have it again as Tchouaméni brings it over the halfway line. Now is Rodrigo, 1-2 between himself and Mbappe. He's worked his way over towards that left-hand side. Valverde's over on the far side. There comes the cross low, right-footed. It's put behind. It's another Real Madrid corner, and they're sort of hanging on here, you feel, Atletico Madrid. Things have changed. The dynamics of the game completely changed. And let's not forget that Atletico were on top when Real scored that second goal, but it's certainly not been the case since Brahim Diaz's goal. And it's another corner here for Real Madrid, which will be taken by Luka Modric from the far side. So a right-footed outswinger from the Croatian. But before that happens, the referees having a word with Julian Alvarez, I think it is, and Rudiger. Actually, Rudiger's walked away now. In fact, it's not Julian Alvarez at all. It's the substitute, Lenormand, walks away now. Modric steps up, right-footed. Can he deliver here once more for Real Madrid? Comes in now, right-footed. There's the header, sails well over the bar and behind for a goal kick. And in the end, it was Asensio who got his head on the end of it from about 8 yards out, got right underneath it with his head. Well over, I think it came off his back, actually. I'm not even sure it came off his head, did it? Just looking at a replay of it now. Just managed to free himself of the defender. I think he just bounced off his back, by the looks of things. Behind for a goal kick. And Atletico have already taken it, and they have possession midway inside their own half. They've got 16 minutes left, plus stoppage time to try and get themselves level. As I said, 2-1's not a complete disaster for Atletico. Ball's got another player on the far side. But certainly if they could nick an equaliser. Arsenal have scored another one, I'm just hearing. It's now 6-1 in PSV. I know all the talk before the start of play was about whether Arsenal could score any goals. Well, they've got 6 tonight. A couple of changes here, a couple more changes for Diego Simeone. And Rodrigo de Paul, who's put in a fair shift, actually, tonight. And Pablo Barrios, they're both coming off in the centre of the park. And the two players that are coming on for Simeone are the number 9 and the number 10. So it's Alexander Sorloth, who did play at the weekend, the Norwegian. Did play at the weekend and did start at the weekend. And Angel Correa, the Argentinian, are the other changes. So just a reminder then, Correa, Gallagher, Lenormand, Molina, all now on. Just the one change for Real. Luka Modric coming on in place of Camavinga. Will these changes work out for Diego Simeone? He's got 15 minutes plus whatever stoppage time to add on to try and get themselves level here. The 6th goal, by the way, for Arsenal in that second half has come from Martin Odegaard, which is his 2nd tonight. So PSV 1, Arsenal 6 now. And Real with possession now, just outside the centre circle. I don't know how Carlo Ancelotti's men are feeling. Is 2-1 enough? Are they happy with 2-1? Do they want to try and push for the 3rd? I think it's going to get to the stage maybe later on where if it is still 2-1, I think they might just shut up shop and just say, well, let's just take the win. Let's just hold out what we've got. Let's be tight at the back, be compact, be organised. And we've got a lead to take next week. It's still going to be tough, but it'd certainly be favourites, I think. Here's Vinicius Junior down this near side, fancying a run down the left-hand side. Is he going to cut this ball back? He goes back down the line towards Mendy, though, infield to Luka Modric. And Modric goes square towards that right-hand side, and Valverde down the line to Rodrigo. Rodrigo now, is he going to take on the defender again? No, he's not. He goes back towards Rudiger inside the centre circle, who lays it off to Luka Modric. Scoops one out towards Vinicius Junior, just about keeps the ball in play and then cuts in field. Goes for the 1-2 between himself and Mbappe. It's cleared by Atletico, but Diaz picks up the pieces again for Atletico. Down the line to Mendy, infield to Luka Modric. Now Mbappe. Mbappe towards Vinicius Junior. Not going to find him. And Atletico can clear, but they're struggling at the moment, Atletico. They're just clearing their lines, just clearing the ball towards the edge of the centre circle, and it's picked up each time by a white shirt. It's almost the complete opposite of the first half when Atletico were camped inside that Real half and deservedly got that equaliser, of course. And Real just couldn't clear the lines at that stage. Just floated ball out towards the far side of Valverde, who plays it back inside his own half to Antonio Rudiger. Leaves it for Modric. Modric running the show as ever. Lovely cheeky little back heel by Camavinga out towards the far side. Rodrigo now. Rodrigo, can he slip through towards Mbappe? No, because good defending by Jimenez to get the ball clear and out towards the far side. But once again, Real Madrid pick up the loose ball, but Mbappe overruns it over on the far side and Atletico can clear. But what do? They clear it long to absolutely nobody, and Real have it again over on the far side with Asensio forward to Rudiger. Now Modric just outside the centre circle. 12 minutes left here at the Bernabeu. Real Madrid 2, Atletico Madrid 1. This the 239th edition of the Madrid derby. At the moment, it's going to be Real on 117 wins to Atletico's 59 with 63 draws. Unless Atletico can find something in this last 12 minutes, of course. Floated ball out towards this near side towards Vinicius Junior. It's headed clear and out of play. It's an Atletico throw. And this throw-in is midway inside the Atletico half down their right-hand side. They've got 11 minutes plus stoppage time left to try and force something here at the Bernabeu, or they're going to have to come from behind in the second leg against the reigning European champions, of course. He is the substitute, Lenormand, brings this ball forward towards the halfway line. Still got Alvarez up top, of course. Alvarez has been so quiet in this second half. He's barely touched the ball. Brilliant goal that he scored in the first half. Certainly the highlight of this match was that Alvarez goal. It was an absolute beauty. They have brought on Sasha Zorloff, the Norwegian, to try and add some firepower. Conor Gallagher's barely touched the ball since he came in. In fact, I can't think he has touched the ball. I'm sure he has, the ex-Chelsea man. Ball out towards this near side now to Molina. He is one of the substitutes. There's the ball down the line. It's a decent one as well towards Zorloff. Zorloff now. Can he get the cross in? No, he thinks better of it and just plays it in field. Cross towards the far post. Not a bad one towards Alvarez. Half-hearted appeal for a penalty as the ball hits the Real Madrid defender. It's cleared, but Atletico will have it again. Cross from the left-hand side is a decent one, headed clear towards the edge of the penalty area. This is better from Atletico, but whistle's gone. Free kick to Real on the edge of the penalty area, and that's another opportunity for Real just to slow things down, just to break up play. And we're inside the last 10 minutes. Just looking at that half-hearted appeal for the penalty. It was the cross from Javier Gallon. It definitely hit a hand, but the hand was down by the side. It was Chouameni whose arm it hit, I should say. Definitely down the side of the body. Nothing he could have done about that. As I say, it was only a half-hearted appeal, really. Real Madrid with possession then over on the far side, midway inside the Real half. They go back towards the edge of their own 18-yard line. And here's Asensio forward to Luka Modric. Modric has got Chouameni towards his left-hand side, decides to bypass him and find Rudiger instead. So Rudiger brings this forward towards the centre circle, then feeds Modric towards the right-hand side of that centre circle. Over the halfway line it goes to Rodrigo over on the far side. Back to Modric again. And Modric forward to Chouameni again. Modric gets it back immediately, then feeds Rodrigo over on that far side once more for Real Madrid, who are bossing possession now in this second half as the clock ticks down. I think they'd be quite happy to take away this 2-1 victory. It's been a tough battle, and for a good 50 minutes or so, they were outplayed this evening. But the way they've controlled the game since they got that second goal has been superb, and Atletico just seem to have run out of steam. They've offered absolutely nothing since Real got that second goal, which was completely against the run of play as Rudiger goes square to Asensio, dinks it forward over the halfway line, a little flick on, or attempted flick on, I should say, by Valverde, which has gone out of play. It will be a throw-in to Atletico on the halfway line down the left-hand side for Atletico Madrid. We've got 8 minutes left for play, and Real, I should say, are readying their second chance.